Alright, so in the blazing sun we're making our way to Himeji Castle, and I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that, but it's okay. One thing that can suck about going to like a tourist attraction such as a temple or a castle or whatever is that every now and then they're under construction, so instead of getting a beautiful picture of this castle, it just looks like that. And then there's a whole bunch of cranes and stuff, so I mean, still amazing looking, but could look a little bit better. The castle's development started in the 1300s. It was small at that point, but after various building projects, it became the massive area that it is. And that ended in the 1500s. What you're looking at is still what was there in the 1500s. People have come and painted it and made it look nice and everything, but the foundation and the structure is still what was there in the 1500s, which is amazing considering the time that has elapsed. And also we go to several temples that they've just reconstructed the whole thing and it doesn't even look authentic in any way. So this is pretty superb. If we understood our reading correctly, these slits that are on the sides here, for people who got past the arrows and the guns from the outside wall who tried to scale the building, they would douse them with boiling water. As is important with every castle wall, you've got to have the holes and the triangles to shoot your guns and arrows through in case of attack. You can also come in some of the buildings here even though you can't go into the main castle. And just to let you know, this smells like Grandpa's house. Like all your grandparents' house, it smells just like that. One of the ladies of the castle found out about a plot to overthrow the Lord. She saved the Lord, but the person who was trying to overtake found out that she had done what she had done. They stole a valuable dish and blamed it on her. She was then tortured to death and thrown into this well. Rumors have it that her voice was heard every night since she was dropped into the well until they enshrined her as a goddess.
So the castle has got these moats that are built around it, and they are man-made, and apparently there's 3 of them, and one of them goes a long way out, like it's like a kilometer away. And that's a lot of digging if you're going to be building you a man-made moat. But it's a pretty spectacular looking view. It would be real nice if they didn't have all the scaffolding in front of it, but you know, it is what it is.
This is our first time at a revolving tray sushi restaurant, and basically what happens, like as you can see right here, you just stack up plates. The place that we're at right now, every plate is 100 unless it's marked differently. So all the sushi that you're seeing going by are 100 yen, which is a little bit over $1. So we're gonna pick out.
In addition to the revolving restaurant, you've also got this thing up here where you can just order, like, you know, sushi or a drink or whatever off the touch screen, and then they'll just bring it to you. It's pretty nice.
Alright, so you can't say I haven't eaten octopus on this trip. It's not very chewy. Very muscular.
Hey. Would you have another? Would you have another?
But thank goodness I have another.
Yeah.
Every July 24th and 25th in Osaka, they have a huge festival, and it's called Tenjin Masaga. I think I pronounced it right, probably not, but regardless, on the 25th, which is today, there is a huge procession of 3,000 people walking down the streets from one point to another. Then from the bridge that they end up at with the procession, 100 boats go down the river. They're supposed to be decorated and look awesome, so we're heading towards the boats now. We've seen the procession. And also, they have a huge fireworks display at 7 o'clock, so hopefully we manage to see both the boats and the fireworks, because those sound pretty cool. Another tidbit, this festival is supposed to bring 100,000 people to Osaka. There are a ton of people here already. We've all been to carnivals, and this is a carnival game that we don't have. Each participant gets one of these little handles that this guy has, which is right here. And what he does is he sees how many fish he can get into his bowl before that breaks. And I'm not sure exactly what you get from it. I don't know. There aren't really any prizes here that I can see. The other places we're giving away bouncy balls to kids.
I think you get the fish.
Oh, Eric says he thinks that you get the fish. This girl has gotten a huge black fish with her little wand. We got to see her do it. She was pretty surprised. So this is a little bit odd, but it's awesome at the same time. She's really good at it. Oh, but hers tore. So now she's done. Let's see what happens. Nothing is happening. It is absolutely a gorgeous day for this festival.
They have the parade with the procession with, like, you know, the guy in the box that the guys are carrying, and then they stick that on the boat, and the boat sails down and then sails back up. And there's a lot of different types of boats. Some of them are really modern, and some of them are more like this here, which is not so modern. But like what they're loading down here, right, is just kind of a modern boat. Like, it looks like its day job is moving sand. And that little thing in the middle here, the purple thing with the gold roof, is where the dude was in. I'm not sure what his importance is, but whatever. And just went under us is a giant ferry full of people from the parade. I think what happens is everybody in the procession gets onto a boat, goes down to a certain point, and comes back up the river. I think that's what's going on, and it just kind of takes place over a few hours.
So it's starting to get dark, and nighttime is on its way. The boats are still moving. The fireball is still sending puffs of smoke into the air, but the fireworks have yet to come. So I really want to see these fireworks. And at this point, we are just following reflections on buildings to try and find them. It's weird. Like, the festival has been just focused on the river. Like, everything was going to this one bridge. So we've been over on that bridge for like an hour just hanging out, waiting for the fireworks to start. And the fireworks, you can't see them from any of the bridges that we were on. So now everybody is migrating to where the fireworks are, and they've already started. Just seems a little odd. It seems like nobody knows what's going on, and a good majority of them don't care. Through all the confusion and crowds, we've managed to get to a spot with a lot of people. I don't really think we can go much farther without knocking a bunch of people down. We're actually, like, the fireworks are taking place behind a building, and we can still see the top of them, so it's still pretty good. And we're actually pretty close, so it's loud, and you get to experience it instead of being on a bridge where you can't see it and you can't experience it. So it's worked out pretty good. It's hot, and there are tons and tons of people. All right, so it's time to see if vending can sake is good or bad.
Jumbo. This was about $3. Look at the lid. Like, it's just a big open container with a plastic lid.
I can already smell it.
And it smells like rubbing alcohol.
What'd you expect?
I don't know, cherries and stuff? That was the best reaction I've ever seen.
It's really not that bad.
Finish it up.
Not that quickly. Woo, all my hairs are standing up. One of the best things about this festival that has been was all the girls dressed up and all their hair did, wearing their kimonos, looking real pretty and stuff. Like, it's just, every 10th girl is wearing a kimono, and that's not something you see every day. Oh crap, and not even every 10th girl. That's a lot of girls. So you don't see this every day, and it's part of the festival, which I kind of think is interesting. I wasn't expecting to see girls getting dressed up in their kimonos. Boys are also wearing their robes if they feel like it, so And most of the kimonos don't look the same, and the girls all have their hair done up. It's like going to homecoming, just the dresses aren't from Deb.